All right, your national forecast for Remembrance Day does include some active weather. We've been seeing snow in Ontario and in Quebec. And a little early in the game, doesn't it? It seems that way. So just readjusting our driving habits. Halifax, you had a lot of rain and some gusty winds and mild temperatures. It's cloudy now for Remembrance Day ceremonies. Here's a look at the Remembrance Day forecast. So again, we're looking at cool temperatures for much of Ontario and Quebec with periods of snow in the south. Watch for a bit of freezing drizzle. We've seen that around the Timmins, Kirkland Lake area. Snow in Iqaluit. Very mild across the east coast. The wind and the rain, though, strengthening across Newfoundland, and unfortunately that St. John's parade has been canceled for today, but a lot of the other ceremonies are still going on. The west is mild and pretty quiet. Look at that, Calgary 9 degrees, Vancouver 9. We've had some snow in Whitehorse. That should be gradually tapering off with snow in some of those higher mountain passes. Snow showers in northwestern Ontario, but a freezing drizzle in the northeast, and then we got the squalls continuing off Georgian Bay and Lake Huron through the morning, and snow showers at times reduced visibility in around Montreal, Trois-Rivières, up towards Shawinigan. Ottawa is also beginning the flurries. Let's first of all talk about Quebec temperatures today. Right around that 0 - 1, so a lot of this snow is not really going to melt today, so as a result could be slippery out on the roads. Give yourself extra time, especially getting to and from any planned ceremonies there might be. And about 3 to 5 centimeters of snow with some pockets 5 to 10 expected today through tomorrow. But it's going to remain unsettled for the next few days from Montreal all the way to Gaspé, and temperatures are going to be just above the freezing mark. Snow squalls, particularly this morning, downwind of Georgian Bay, which has been getting even over towards, York, Durham, and at times Toronto, Niagara region, certainly around the London area, St. Thomas, up towards Goderich. That's where some of the heavier bands of snow are going to be till early afternoon. Then we get a shift in the winds, and that should really shut off the lake effect snow, and flurries tonight, likely mixing with rain showers come tomorrow as temperatures get a little milder. Across the east coast, we have rainfall warnings still for portions of Cape Breton and the south coast. Wind warnings all around Newfoundland's coastal areas. Wreck house winds have been as high as 130 kilometers per hour. St. John's more like 80 to 100 k, and most of that is going to be for tonight. And let's not also forget about the rain. So the rain is going to be pretty relentless, and there could be some ponding and pooling at times. On the backside of this system, tonight to tomorrow, watch for sea-effect snow off Bay of Fundy. It could also impact the highlands of Cape Breton and western Newfoundland. All right, let's go to the west. Wow, what a beautiful sunrise there near Hartney, Manitoba. That is gorgeous. Thank you very much, Dylan, for sharing that in. Temperatures are above seasonal. This is Pacific air moving in this afternoon. 6 in Winnipeg, 8 in Saskatoon, 11 in Calgary. Yeah, it's not as warm as it was yesterday in Alberta. It's not as windy either. Some of those gusts around Pincher Creek and Waterton Lake got to over 100 kilometers per hour. Let's take a look at your forecast now. So there's not really much going on, bit of snow and in northern areas of Manitoba and far northern Ontario. Otherwise, it's generally quiet conditions. We saw those temperatures for today. Next system to clip BC will be tomorrow afternoon and evening. I think California takes the bigger hit. Then this will redevelop for northern areas of Alberta for Thursday for snow and move over towards the 60th parallel, bringing with it periods of snow with it. Now, Grey Cup, of course, that's in Winnipeg, and there could still be some tweaking of the forecast, but for the Grey Cup festivities, it is going to be above seasonal values. Look at that, 10 degrees on Friday. So we look to our temperature pattern, and there's that bubble of warmth coming into the southern eastern prairies for Friday, and likely could see a little improvement in those temperatures this weekend for the Great Lakes. But it looks like things will be trending quite a bit cooler as we get in for the next few days of November. And take a look at Calgary, 15 on Thursday, 1 on Friday.